Welcome back, everyone, to this evening's edition of Lehigh Valley Sports Scene. Dan Freemuth back with you here on the Service Electric Network. Well, football, of course, isn't the only fall sport that's set to resume in the coming days. A new season of girls volleyball gets underway later this week. For the Parkland Trojans, that means trying to defend both their EPC championship and district title from a season ago. Mike Krause's crew was dominant in 2023, only dropping a single set during the course of the regular season before ultimately reaching the Final Four of the PIAA state tournament. Parkland had 5 players earn all-league honors last fall, including 3 first-team selections, but only one of those handful of EPC All-Stars returns this fall. Sierra Jones has more from Parkland.
2023 saw the Parkland Trojans unbeaten all the way until the state semifinals, thanks in part to a dominant senior class that included All-American setter Maggie Smith. But after graduating 8 seniors, the program is ready to tackle the challenge of reloading for the 2024 season. And in 20 years in the head coaching position, adjusting to the natural ebb and flow of roster turnover is something Mike Krause has become accustomed to.
There's uncertainty to it because we have a huge transition of personnel. The kids have worked really hard, and when they're in the gym, there's a lot of positive things happening, but we're just trying to find out. We're experimenting, so we're not sure where we're going to settle in yet, and we need some time to see the chemistry and the balance of positions with newer people.
Oh my gosh, it is so competitive. It's always so competitive every year. We've gone, I think this is our eighth practice of preseason since Monday, so that's so much more than like other teams do, but it's always so fun. It's so fun competing with everyone, and once we get to that first scrimmage, first game, it's so rewarding. All of our seniors, honestly, like we're doing such a good job of filling in leadership positions, like we're all finding our own way, and I feel like that's so helpful. And yeah, the assistant coaches also have been helping us find our own way to lead, teach the young girls, and like keep the legacy going on.
One of the Trojans' greatest assets from last season, however, will remain the same this fall. Libero Izzy Fakula is set to anchor the defense once again for her senior year and will bring a voice of leadership to what is shaping up to be one of the team's strongest areas on the court.
Defense is the best part of the game, personally speaking. I just always keep the mindset ball up. That's all you need. As long as ball's up, ball's in play, you can make it work. But especially because we do have some shorter players, the block is going to be a little bit lower, so defense, we definitely have to be ready to go. We have to be scrappy. That's how we're going to win our games this year.
After graduating key pieces of last year's offense, Parkland could be set to reintroduce a rotation it hasn't used in over a decade. While the group has utilized a 5-1 offense with 5 hitters and 1 setter for the past 11 years, this year could be the year for a 6-2 rotation that could suit the versatile skill set of this year's squad.
We're further along than I expected, which is good. As far as the setters are doing a good job, we're toying with a 6-2 or 5-1. And personnel to hit the ball is doing a really good job. So we have some people that can hit the ball. They're athletic. We're not physically gifted in a version of verticality, but they're athletic and they're very explosive. They worked in the weight room with their legs, and their verticals are really solid. So that's exciting.
I'm excited. I mean, I'm one of the setters, so that means that I get to go up in the front row and hit and like block and do everything. So I'm excited to see how it turns out. And I mean, even if we do end up having to run a 5-1, I think they're going to find a way to make it work, and it's going to be so fun.
I feel like it's going to like adjust easily because we work really good as a team. Like our chemistry on and off the court is very good with each other. We work really well. Like our practices are amazing. Like all of us like know like how to work with each other, so I think it's going to be great.
At Parkland High School, I'm Sierra Jones for the Service Electric Network.
Thanks a lot, Sierra. Well, there will certainly be some new faces on the court this season for the Trojans, but to the shock and awe of no one, the mission for Parkland girls volleyball remains the same. And even though the group may not carry nearly the same experience level as in previous years, the Lady Trojans know they've got a tremendous opportunity to start building a strong foundation for the seasons to come. Parkland girls volleyball gets underway in mere days, but these are the 3 must-see matches, in our opinion, when it pertains to Parkland girls volleyball for the 2024 campaign. Of course, you only have to go a little over a week from now for the first of those at historic Rockney Hall in a rematch of the East Penn Conference Championship between Parkland and Allentown Central Catholic from a season ago. A match in which Central led 1-0 and 2-1 before Parkland rallied for a 3-2 win. And add on top of that, Central, the presumptive favorite in the East Penn Conference this season, returning their senior setter, Millie Wolf, along with a pair of outside hitters in Anna Quinn and Emerson Springs. The Vikings finished 20-4 a season ago. They were district champs in 3A, while Parkland was the 4A winners. So the Trojans will go to Central Catholic on August the 29th. They will then host the Vikats on Monday, September 30th. That comes 10 days after our second must-see matchup, which is a rematch of the District 4A championship between Parkland and Liberty, a match the Trojans won 3-0. Liberty has a new head coach at the helm a year after finishing 18-4 under Connor Swiger, and the Canes bring back EPC first-team All-Star outside hitter Bailey Corrigan, who has been a machine on the outside each of the last 2 years. Boy, opponents not going to want to see what Corrigan has to deliver here in her senior campaign. Our final must-see match for Parkland girls volleyball, of course, it's the regular season finale. It's the Battle of Cedar Crest Boulevard between Parkland and Emmaus. Now, the Trojans will visit the rival Green Hornets on Tuesday, September the 24th, before hosting Emmaus on October the 9th. Parkland swept both regular season get-togethers with Emmaus a year ago. The Trojans, of course, finished 24-1 last season, entering now the 21st campaign under the tutelage of veteran head coach Mike Kraus. But again, some key losses. All-state player Maggie Smith, who was a 3-year starter for the Parkland Trojans. And of those first-team All-Stars a season ago, one was outside hitter Allie Reimer, who, oh, by the way, was also the East Penn Conference's most valuable player. So a lot of key roles and big shoes to fill for the Trojans, but you hear they are working hard to fill those spots as we speak. We're back to put a wrap on this evening's edition of Sports Scene right after this.